Yeah, Matt Renee, to describe Jeff Ashford as devastated would be an understatement. When I spoke with him today, I had the chance to see how close Parker and his father really were and how much Jeff loves him. He says he wanted to speak out today because that's what Parker would have wanted him to do. He was selfless and always wanted to help others, and that's exactly what Jeff hopes to do as well.
The honor of everything that my son seemed to teach the community that he touched, I'm out here talking. Because nobody should have to go through this.
A week ago today, Jeff and his wife Shauna lost their only child.
My son was a light, a better person than I've ever known, a better person than I could ever have been. It was his way.
They consider themselves diligent and caring parents and wary of the annual flu virus. That's why they made a list of all the symptoms Parker was feeling during the days leading up to his death.
We were home with him 24/7 from the time he came home from school. He did go to the doctor 12 hours before he passed.
He had common flu-like symptoms like a mild fever, aches, and was generally not comfortable. He threw up in the car for the first time on his way to the doctor and then told the doctor his chest hurt. Still, they all assumed it may have been from vomiting.
Just sent home with, a diagnosis of the flu, and we were, doing everything we were suggested to do.
But 12 hours later, he died of an apparent heart attack.
This should be something we should be able to have protection against.
The Ashfords are still waiting to hear the exact cause of death from the medical examiner. But in the meantime, he tells me he wants to warn other parents so that if at all possible, the same thing doesn't happen to another family.
Be aware, pay attention, and don't dismiss a sign. Your kids do know how they feel, and they can communicate, so listen.
Jeff says Parker didn't act like a 7-year-old boy.
He was my best friend and my closest ally. He kept me focused and centered.
He says he will always carry out Parker's legacy and try to be half the person he was.
Parker strived to make friends with the bully that was not being nice to him on the playground in first grade. By second grade, they were playing together in the after-school program.
Jeff wants parents to use Parker's devastating situation as a lesson. He tells me he'll find comfort in knowing that if Parker's illness was preventable, other families may benefit from learning about their situation and being more proactive. His last warning for parents:
to all those parents out there, take that extra moment. Hug and love your children.
I do want to mention there is a memorial fund set up for Parker, and the money raised will be used for the funeral and other expenses related to his death. And if you want to donate, I'll post a link to that on our website at KEZI.com. But for now, reporting live in the studio, Jillian Smuckler, KEZI 9 News.